Hello, welcome to the Bull Moose. Today we will be analyzing various articles from MSN that could easily be classified as fake news. I am not being discriminatory against any news organizations. I am simply taking top-hitting articles from the politics section and putting them under the microscope. Trump's blocking of Twitter users violates the U.S. Constitution. Well, that's not a clickbaity title at all. A Free Speech Institute on Tuesday sent a letter to President Donald Trump demanding the prolific tweeter unblock certain Twitter users on grounds the practice violates the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Trump's @RealDonaldTrump account recently blocked a number of accounts that replied to his tweets with commentary that criticized, mocked, or disagreed with his actions. Twitter users are unable to see or respond to tweets from accounts that block them. Well, you see, that's because Twitter is basically one giant internet chat room. These people have been banned from the chat, if you will. The Knight First Amendment Institute at Columbia University in New York said in its letter that the blocking suppressed speech in a public forum protected by the Constitution. The White House did not respond to a request for comment. Twitter Incorporated said it had no comment. Alex Abdo, the Institute's senior staff attorney, likened Twitter to a modern form of town hall meeting or public comment periods for government agency proposals, both venues where U.S. law requires even-handed treatment of speech. First of all, if it were protected by the Constitution, why was Milo banned from Twitter? Second, Jack kept his mouth shut. No surprise, because of my first point. And, Mr. Abdo, that is disproven by my first point. Skipping ahead, Trump's Twitter use has drawn intense media attention for his unvarnished commentary about his agenda and attacks on critics. His tweets are often retweeted tens of thousands of times and can shape the news circle. You see, that's the problem. News organizations are blowing his Twitter account way out of proportion. If his tweets are reshaping the news cycle, you should stop paying attention to them and get back to covering things like Manchester or London. Okay, now that we've gone through that, round 2. Trump's tweets are official statements, Spicer says. Oh boy, what's Sean gotten himself into now? White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer said Tuesday that Trump's tweets should be taken as official statements, contradicting other White House officials who have tamped down on the official nature of the tweets in recent days. Oh, come on, Spicer. You have everyone behind you saying no, and you just jump off the cliff? Geez. I know it's hard to make Trump look good, but you've got to do better than this. But while Spicer flaunted Trump's millions of followers, other White House officials have sought to delineate the difference between the tweets and official forms of presidential correspondence. White House National Security Advisor Sebastian Gorka told CNN one day earlier that there's a difference between tweets and policy, and Trump's feed is the former, not the latter. It's not policy, it's social media, Gorka said in a tense back and forth during which he accused the media of over-obsessing Trump's tweets. It's not policy, it's not an executive order, it's social media. Please understand the difference. So we have a national security advisor saying that this is fake news, basically. Spicer saying it's official business, and the media reporting Trump's thumb rants as news. I'm sensing that the National Security Advisor is being ignored for some reason. It also seems like the rest of this article is just about more people in the White House who say this is fake news. So why is this NBC article fake news, you ask? Because immediately after a terrorist attack, this is not only irrelevant, this is downright disgraceful. Okay. That's dealt with. Hit me again. Trump's fight with London mayor baffles his critics. Why did I see this coming? President Trump has reignited a year-long public battle with London Mayor Sadiq Khan, one of the most prominent Muslim politicians in Western Europe, drawing criticism for reviving the feud in the wake of a terrorist attack. In the 2 days since a group of terrorists killed 7 people and injured many others on London Bridge on Saturday night, Trump has tweeted several times about the attack and used it to promote his travel ban, which is being blocked by the courts. Okay, so we have something slightly relevant to current events, yet it's still more fucking Twitter. Among the president's barrage of tweets have been 2 pointed messages directed at Khan. At least 7 dead and 48 wounded in terrorist attack, and Mayor of London says there is no reason to be alarmed, Trump tweeted Sunday morning, misrepresenting a comment the mayor made over the weekend when he told the city's residents to not be alarmed by an increased police presence in the coming days. Trump was criticized for the tweet, but Monday morning he dived right back into the controversy. Pathetic excuse by London Mayor Sadiq Khan, who had to think fast on his no reason to be alarmed statement. MSM is working hard to sell it. Although Khan has responded to past attacks from the president, he has refrained from doing so this week, with his office saying on Sunday that the mayor has more important things to do than respond to Donald Trump's ill-informed tweet. Well, I'm sure he does have more important things to do than Twitter, but Trump makes a point. When you have a lethal terrorist attack take place in your capital city, there is definitely reason to be alarmed. The president's tweets come as London grapples with the aftermath of the attack, and Khan tries to explain that the religious beliefs of the terrorists involved are not the same beliefs embraced by him and most of the world's 1.6 billion Muslims. The actions of these 3 men on Saturday night was cowardly, was evil, Khan said at a news conference Monday, and I'm angry and furious that these men are seeking to justify their actions by using the faith that I belong to. The ideology they follow is perverse, it is poisonous, and it has no place in Islam. And I condemn this terrorist attack, but also the poisonous ideology these men and others follow. The president's decision to lash out at the London mayor was widely questioned, with several critics asking why Trump was picking a fight with Khan as his city attempts to recover from Saturday's attacks. Some noted that after a mass shooting at a gay nightclub in Orlando in 2016, Khan tweeted, "I stand with the city of Orlando against hate and bigotry. My thoughts are with all the victims of this horrific attack." Firstly, I know Muslims personally, and I have also listened to prominent Muslim speakers. They have all said that what these terrorists do is clearly stated in the hadiths and other texts as not only rational, but encourageable. Secondly, others have said this before me, but I don't think you can call someone blowing themselves up in the name of their convictions, however twisted they may be, cowardly. I have no respect for what they do, but I acknowledge that what they do is not in the slightest cowardly. Lastly, why is the Washington Post even bringing up Orlando in this article? Orlando is completely irrelevant to this conversation. The rest of this article is just people commending Khan and finishing with Khan saying Trump is ignorant. I'm not going to waste your time on this anymore.